Hello everyone, and well, let's get right to the point. This is going to be exciting because I am starting a new ambitious project and I am predicting that we are in for a wild adventure. I have been thinking about making this game for a very long time, but I didn't think that I was ready to make it until now. This is because previously I honestly didn't have much confidence in making a feature heavy game by myself. But after making various small mini games and releasing 2 official games, I think I am ready to take a step further and make something more demanding and dreamlike, I guess. And by the way, if you are thinking of starting a new game, maybe this video can be of a help because I am literally taking that step right now. So the game that I decided to make is an idle game where a nomad journeys through an unknown apocalyptic world. To quickly delve a little bit about the world, it's not fleshed out yet, but I know for a fact that this place is overtaken by fungus-filled vegetations, and as a result, simple resources like food is very, very difficult to obtain. You will be adventuring in this planet endlessly by exploring and discovering areas and settlements, fighting or interacting with people and animals. They might look a little bit alien-like, but yeah, anyway. And most importantly, because this is an idle game, you'll be unlocking and upgrading various stats like skills, survival stats like health, hunger, and so many more. Which brings me to the fact that there's so much to cover about this game. I have like vehicles and mounts and pets planned out as well, but I think a lot of those like detailed features will be interesting to talk about when I actually make them later into the development. I am at the planning stage and I really can't wait to chisel this game out, and I honestly hope that you can join me in this journey because it's going to be really exciting. By the way, feel free to join my Discord channel to discuss about game ideas or just hang out, I guess. And also subscribe and like this video because why not? And I think some of you might be thinking, why are you making an idle game? This kind of game would sound really cool if it was made in first person or third person 3D game with RTXs on. Well, I have been debating on that idea actually, and I think if I made this in 3D first person view, maybe like kind of like, has anyone played Unturned before? It's not gonna be low poly like that, but I was thinking about making a 3D game in that manner, but that would mean, like realistically, that would mean that my development timeline would stretch a lot longer, and I'm the only one who's gonna work on this game as of now, and I want to actually deliver this game and complete it. So it's gonna have to be under a realistic scope. So I thought about the best way to let people experience this world and game while getting the most juice out of it. And as idle games provide, like, number one, low barrier of entry, instant game experience, and I mean, like, you won't be aimlessly running around and finding things in this game. You won't waste time on that. You'll be achieving things really quick, and with a lot of unlockables and upgrades, arguably the gameplay will be endless. And yeah, so after I made that decision, for the past, I think a week and a half, or maybe 2 weeks, I have been heavily researching and preparing design guide for the game, as you can see here. I actually started out on Google Doc. That's where I make my game design document, but this time I tried Google Slides to visualize things better. A lot of boring and complicated stuff here, so I'm not gonna get into it, and let's move on to some of the sketches that I have done. So I think making the art style is very challenging because there's so many different ways to do it, and I don't think there is a perfect answer. And at the same time, I kind of think that you know, when people look at the game, they look at the art first, like artistic elements first. So the art style is something that leaves a very important first impression of the game. So I have been looking around for different art styles. I've been looking for references like this, but I do want to go for a style that is a bit cartoonish like, but not too cartoonish. I don't know what that means, but I'll show you later on. So as you can see here, I first tried making this character. It looks a little bit Adobe Illustrator like, and then I try something else that seems more detailed and uses a lot of more hard edges. But both of these characters and the art style didn't really match my taste. Plus, I think if I follow this art style, it's gonna take a very long time to even just make a couple of characters. So then, I don't know if any of you actually remembers this character. If you know this character, please comment below, and I'm gonna be very, very surprised if you know where this character is from. But I thought this character fits very well. It looks like an astronaut, and it does. It actually does. But I think in this world where it's gonna be almost sci-fi like, there's gonna be a lot of pollution, a lot of vegetations that seems very dangerous. Even the flower is gonna be something that you might look at it and say, that doesn't look like a nice flower. And there are going to be a lot of enemies in the forms of animals, and maybe I heard someone suggest bandit in Discord. So bandits, and then you're gonna discover cities that I also heard someone suggest that it would be cool to have different layers of cities. So I'm gonna try to see if that is doable. But yeah, I think this art style is something that I'm growing a little bit accustomed to. And so I really can't wait until I flush this more out. And so this is the sketches that I have currently, and there's going to be so much more. And yeah, so that's all I have. I am probably going to start on the development by next week or so, depending on how I progress through the visuals. And then I don't think I touched on the timeline, but I think I could know more about that once I start to break down the features and the contents. But one thing for sure, this is going to take a while to make. In the past, I made mini games and other games, and usually those took like a month or 3 months or 4 months. The fastest one that took me was like a day, but that was during like when I was in quarantine and I had a lot of time and I didn't have anything to do. But anyway, this is going to take a while to make. But if you have been following me for a while, you know that when I start on something, I usually finish them, or at least finish them to an extent where the game is at a playable version. So let's see how this goes, and feel free to let me know what you think about this game that I just that I just described. If you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to let me know. I really enjoy looking at all the comments and talking with each one of you. So yeah, I think this is it. It's raining a lot in Thailand. I haven't seen any cats around. Now I'm just talking about random stuff. Yeah, see you in the next devlog.